The classes of women of the evening. At our top of the food chain, we have the cat's nest. That's when there is an inexperienced cop making a drug bust from off campus on a sorority, especially at a frat party. Then you have a lot of hot women, very intelligent, that know each other, that need a place to stay. They have a prepped home from the mob killing the parents of a very rich intellectual man with a priest caring for them that they have to target and take over to begin a pornography website, a quiet hostel's brothel. Now you have a base of operations. Of course, the mob causing the tip-off on the frat or sorority party, hence why you can't have an off-campus anywhere near a collegiate student, especially in ROTC, where everybody has military psychology training from their hometown's campus nature to get in. Continuing, we then have a dominatrix guild that levels down from the top: politicians, wives, police services, espionage, police informant, espionage recruiter, then stripper, law student. Those women seek marriage with a wealthy man and in the meantime ply their trade as recruiting men in modified homicidal personalities. They'll find a man that has a homosexual friend from being an improper form of religion, personally schooled instead of congregate schooled, and turn him heterosexual. Then he flashes live wire by exchanging the term of homophobia to the man, and then of course we'll meet an industry contact. If flagged, meaning he's selected somebody that's on a National Watch register list of pederasty, he's placed through a military jump-through. They'll put a transfer on his car via a badge uniform ROTC on his campus where the gender rights classes intend to do this, and see how many terrorists he can pick up chasing him. Big score of its own department. Then we'll put the loser in Congress as a run, like Brian Hare from my town, monitoring kids for safe sex consequentiality, the Mormon Tabernacle. I managed to rig Mitt Romney's election as the 47%. I'm Native American, but my name is Dave. I'm not Jewish, Gentile. 4 lobsters, down 3. Half a coin, Two-Face. You know, I'm only right about money. So moving down, we have a escort that's a traveling model, a lady of the evening, a whore, that's an expensive woman who'll date you, a penny badge, that's a woman who wants to treat a man like a prostitute by putting him in crime as an informant by killing a cop. If she kills a spy, then it's a Two-Face or a Lipso. They'll carve you up with a professional pimp or a retired soldier that got busted out for having what happened to me happen. Who knows, I might make it. Keeping on my knife play. At which point we have pros. Those are triad rings that not that Chinese triads, the Maoists out of the Bank of England run, not Chinese Jews. Those are called chinks. Those aren't the Paleolithic blood, the Maoists. My mother was a Maoist bloodline, a red. Chinks are Jews claiming royal status in China as if the triads are a gang. Internationally hunted by anybody that knows Buddhism. They don't practice it. They can't get an erection. Their penis doesn't work. They have a big floppy dong like an elephant. Buddy Hackett. Anybody? Anybody? Fine Jewish comedian. And at our bottom level, we have hoes. Those are street workers, scam artists, money women. Those women worked for comic firms, video companies, rental women. They got molested by priests and operate in packs, taking revenge on local police social control orders. If a priest has herpes, he'll rape a little girl or adult woman to turn her into a hooker for a wife for a cop someday after she's been worked out. So now the question is, what do we do with these women? They aren't for sex, that's disrespect. They're for an intelligence contact. So the lowest is to be misdirected into the police order. And each one moving upwards has to have you fitting as a non-married husband, meaning you devote yourself to her polygamously without desire, possession, or control. Let's say feces consuming of self or the woman individual. Hence, we'll tag websites with scat to see if you'll look at the scat domina. She's been sodomized. A penis has been inserted into her anus. It's an act of rape, even consensually outside of prostitution. It's under a legal statute in the United States. And we'll chuck that guy. It's called a chuck, right against the women. At which point, you will have that man disabled for being a fecal philiac. He's a top, which is not permitted in women's culture. Men are bottoms, women are tops, but both are tops outside of sex. Otherwise, the relationship just doesn't work. If a guy disagrees, he's a child molester. It's called a homo gangster, you know. Everybody has an opinion, it's an asshole. He'll say that too because his opinion's an asshole, but an opinion is just your specialty of profession. That's how you make the green.